Alright, I just realized that I could actually just record this and make this into a video this way. I'm not currently streaming, so this will be a little bit interesting. I may have to load this to my VOD channel too, I'm not too sure. I was going to stream today, but I did need up ending to host, unfortunately, so I don't have the internet bandwidth for it. So, we are playing the Emir of Saracusta, which during this time period was one of the greatest trading cities in all of Iberia. The wealth of the city is absolutely immense. During this time period, it was known to be a beautiful and very prosperous place. Being on the border with both the Christian kings and the Muslim emirs, it is a very important trading city and kind of acts in many ways as an intermediary between both groups. The Paria system, which is basically a tribute system, which has been used by the Muslim emirs to hold back the Christian wrath, is still in effect during this time period. So yearly sums have been paid in the past to Fernando. After his death and the inheritance by his three sons in Galicia, Leon, and Castile, that is now in question. So we are not currently paying the Paria. At present, our son went on a trip to the capital of the Emir Yahya in an attempt to gain the hand in marriage of his daughter. He was rebuffed as the Wali of Al-Qainis was also attempting to gain her hand and was told that whoever brings more glory by raiding and attacking Christian kingdoms will gain her hand in marriage. And as such, without the permission of his father, the Emir Al-Muqtadir, he has crossed the border with a small force of around 300 men and is currently raiding southern Aragon, something that was done the other way around in the past not long ago, with King Sancho of Castile actually helping to fight back the Aragonese. It is a very hairy situation. So we will see how this proceeds. This could definitely damage the peace between the Christians and the Muslims. You see a very disheveled, bloodied, tired Prince of Sarakozda outside the gates of your city with 300 men strong, waiting patiently for the gates to open.
Permit to open the gate, so I will have to respect.
I'll go ahead and ride into the city and head to your palace. Great Emir!
Ask you.
Great Emir! You demanded action. You demanded the fight be taken to the Christians. Against the will of my father, I have done so. I have put my very inheritance into question for my actions and sacked Barbastro and Huesca and pushed back a force from King Sancho. I bring with me the heads of 10 Christian knights, and then one of my courtiers is just going to kind of throw out a bag with a bunch of really bloody heads. Is this what you asked for?
Most impressive. Most impressive. Tell me about.
Sorry, Your Majesty, what did you say?
Story of how you bravely.
We crossed the border into Barbastro. I intended only to raid the border settlements, as doing any more I'm sure would cause a full-blown war with my father and the king. Yet I found no one there to impede my path and lay waste to the city there, slaughtering many Christians, stealing the holy relics from their church and burning it to the ground. I proceeded to the great holding of Huesca, knowing I could not pass the walls of my small force as my father gave no permission for this act. Yet outside the castle, as I sacked the city outside the walls, I pushed back a force of, I would say, at least 400, 500 Christian men. Many knights died in that battle. Many knights, as well as some of my own Faris. It was a very onerous battle. What is the Wali of Al-Qaina's done in comparison, I ask? I see him there. Wali Ramos. Harp.
The son of the Wali steps forward. Asas Ibn Rawa stands before you. And behind him are the heads of 100 monks and priests of the Christian faith, whom he beheaded in the city of Barcelona itself, which he led 1,500 troops, the entire might of his father's army, to sack the city. The heads roll, and he states, "This is what I have brought for you. This is what I think of the Christians. This is what I'm willing to do for my Emir."
You can see the Prince of Saracosta look a little bit surprised and kind of, you can see him swear under his breath slightly.
A most impressive sack of the mighty Christian bastion of Barcelona. Please not tell me you only slaughtered defenders. I assume you must have also engaged their armies.
Indeed. After the great sack of Barcelona, our force of 1,500 was met with the full might of the Barcelonan army. 1,800 strong they stood, outnumbering us. But Allah was on our side, and we crushed them in battle.
Most impressive. Most impressive. You were both done very valiantly. Though I feel I must inform you that the hand, and he is attempting to conquer the entire kingdom of Leon.
We are aware of the war currently going on there. What actions will you take for that, Great Emir?
My daughter's hand in marriage, and that is why he claimed to be fighting. Though I'm sure there is much self-serving interest.
Wait, did you say the King of Castile has asked for your daughter's hand?
He has as well. He has also entered the contest.
I do hope that you are not
And he-
considering marrying a good Muslim woman to a heathen.
Yes, my mirror, I must protest.
Indeed, I thought the act was very, very Christian killing Christians. Let him fight amongst his siblings.
I agree. Your words are wise.
I will, since you have both performed my task valiantly, I will give you both one more. I'll give you a chance to make one more speech as your final reason why you yourself should take the hand in marriage. Why you? What? Why are you the perfect fit for my daughter? And how will you treat her in your kingdoms and counties?
Let me
I will
take
ask
this
my vassal to speak first.
Let me take this moment to end this conversation here.
I just received a message that my father has returned from the Hajj. Great Amir, I do apologize. I will need to return home to Zaragoza. I did not expect him to be back this quickly.
Your excuse, Widmir,
Thank
I'm
you, Your
sure.
Majesty.
Is the great Amir home?
One moment, I'm writing out a Diplo post. I'm about to kill my son.
Oh, shit. Well, okay.
1 second. Let me just finish the post really quickly, then we can talk.
Well, this is going to be an awkward conversation.
You're walking into a throne room with like a dead air on the floor. There's blood everywhere, by the way, but give me a second. Fucking GIF files. 1 second. Greetings. I do apologize. You've arrived at a very unfortunate time. Guard, remove his body. Prepare it. We'll have the funeral in a week's time. Wooly Rawis, I have not seen you in quite some time. What can I do for you? I am very tired.
I'm sorry to interrupt. It seems you are dealing with quite a lot.
My son, he has put in peril everything I have sought to do over my long life. Our family, the Hudids, we are not noble like your house or that in Talatuya. Everything we have only comes from our promises, and my son broke mine, and for that he paid the ultimate price. Why have you come to Sarakusta at such a dangerous time?
I come in good tidings. I seek to announce that I, Wali Prawas, will no longer seek the hand in marriage of the Emir's daughter, and seek for your son, rather, to gain the hand in marriage. I do this out of respect for your title, Emir, and the hopes that it can further Muslim unity in Iberia.
You have done my house great honor by this. As you can see, my son, he is no longer capable of taking a wife. However, my other son, Mundir, he is now my heir and is in need of a good woman. It is sad that it requires the death of my firstborn to achieve something of this nature. Already I am told that there is a great force being prepared in Aragon to seek vengeance for the raids he did. Perhaps his death will hold them off, but we will not see. You have done good by your house's name to come here and offer this to my family. I will not forget it.
And may we also say that we are also to blame for the hostility the King of Barcelona, the petty King of Barcelona, I should say, seeks to ravage upon our lands. And so we would also be willing to lend our troops to protect our Muslim brothers.
I had heard reports that Duke Ramon had also been raided. A monastery was sacked there too, I believe. I have only just returned home from Hajj. I was in the holy city. It was a beautiful thing, and to come back to this, it is... Allah does test us.
You must tell me stories of the holy city sometime, but we'll save that for
If you have the ability to go there and your wife, as a good Muslim you must. It is a place that words cannot begin to describe the beauty of The rock, it is without par. I've seen nothing like it in my whole life. I will be taking a trip to the Emir Yahya, to speak with him about the goings on here. And then I will take a trip to the court of Sancho. We have not spoken since he was a boy, and I need to see if we can attempt to keep the peace with Aragon. I do not know if my forces would be able to push back a foray from the King of Aragon.
I depart with this closing statement, Great Emir. Let a marriage between your son and the daughter of my Great Emir create a great, long-lasting alliance between us northern Muslim brothers in Iberia. And should those Christians who may rage you attack, we will be here to help defend our Muslim brothers.
You do your faith, your house, and your name great honor, Wali. You have shown great honor here today, and it speaks much for you and your family. As I said before, I will not forget this. This is a sad situation, but for you to come to me here on this hallowed day, I will remember it. If you wish to feast of me, I would be happy to have something prepared. I do not know if my house servants are here. They did not expect me back so soon, I think. If you would like to sup with me, you are welcome to, or you may return home. That is your choice.
I will return home. I will let you mourn. I know you're going through a great deal right now.
Thank you, Wali Rawas. We will speak soon.
I will depart.
Obviously, the Emir would be absolutely devastated. In the game, we tried to imprison. I was going to execute our son, but I ended up just disinheriting. But in the roleplay, he's dead. We killed him when we got home. The Emir of Sarakusta, he's calm, he's humble, he's honest, and he's cynical. Although he does not normally anger, his son breaking the peace with the Christian kings and destroying what the Pariahs had done had enraged him like he had only seen several times in his life. And as a result, he did kill his son, which of course is a great sin, which he will undoubtedly mourn for the rest of his life. But in his eyes and with his rage, it was the only way to create some semblance of a better situation. He will go into mourning for 2 days, and then we'll make a trip south to Telatuya to speak with the Emir there, to attempt to solve the situation which his son's raid has caused. Sarakusta is primarily in this time period a trading city. It's very wealthy. It's very prosperous. It's very unique. The Al Jafariya is an absolutely beautiful fortress palace that was, you can still see it to this day, but in its heyday it was supposed to be absolutely incredible. Given the nature of our trading kingdom, we have to maintain the peace with the Christians and the Muslims. That's where our wealth comes from, that's where our power comes from, and that's how we're able to maintain our independence.
Y las moriscas, y las moriscas mujeres, torciendo las blancas manos, alzando al cielo los ojos, a voces dicen llorando: ay, Sevilla, patria mía, ay, iglesia de San Pablo, San Andrés, Santa Marina, San Julián y San Marcos, otras lloran por los sitios donde tenían sus tratos. Y las moriscas mujeres, torciendo las blancas manos, alzando al cielo los ojos, a voces dicen llorando: ay, Sevilla, patria mía, ay, iglesia de San Pablo, San Andrés, Santa Marina, San Julián y San Marcos. Otros llaman a voces a la Virgen del Rosario y a la Virgen de Belén, ella sea nuestro amparo. Ay, Sevilla, patria mía, ay, iglesia de San Pablo, otras lloran por los sitios donde tenían sus tratos.
Greetings, Great Emir.
I think he just lagged out or something.
Oh, shit, I come.
Am I back?
Yes, you are.
I'm back. Okay. How much of that did you catch?
Stopped off at fucking generous gift of gold.
A generous gift of gold and a pact of non-aggression alongside it. As I believe your words do hold water in these trying times.
I must
this
be blunt, my friend, but our customs do not recognize pacts of non-aggression. We recognize marriages and joining of houses. I understand that that faith may be an issue. I can promise you that your daughter's faith will not be changed. She may practice her beliefs. It may have to be done in private, but she may practice her beliefs. And her children will remain in her care. This is a noble thing to do. This is an important.
You wish her a matrilineal marriage if still remain in her care. I assume I must be mishearing.
It would be under my house, but she may.
Yes.
I will not. What I'm saying is, I will not discriminate upon her. Of course, she may practice her faiths and her culture with her children. Of course, I would not rob a mother of such right. I've come all this way, and I've done all this just for you and your daughter.
I believe if your brother was so treacherous, I believe you've done it more than just my daughter. Though I do respect the fact that blood was shed in the pursuit of this goal.
Yo, who you planning on playing, Jarl?
Oh no, I don't know who's taking that. Like,
Isbaila, Batalaius, and Korea are the main big ones still open, and then all the Christian kings, Barcelona,
Korea?
Aragon, and Navarra.
wait, you said Korea?
Batalaius, and then Korea.
Oh, Mercuria. Okay, I thought you said Korea. I was like, Korea.
No. Oh, no.
Yeah, like for some reason it's just not letting me join. Like, keep saying I'm timing out. I don't know if like the room code's wrong or something.
You're currently joining right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was getting crickets for my fucking lizard because I know it's getting done, and I didn't realize what time it was
Nice.
until like halfway there. And I didn't realize it was today. I forgot it was Tuesday. Kind of felt like a Monday.
Fair.
I'm not happy. I gotta go back. I gotta start work soon. So
It
like,
could be like that, man.
I'm being assistant manager, so I gotta fucking work on weekends. So
It'll be a pain, but you get paid
Yeah.
well.
yeah, I'm making $1 less than what I was making at my other job, but at least I'm not driving fucking a shit ton.
Cool.
Alright.
Did you load in? Should have, I think.
Yeah, I loaded in.
Cool.
I'm just trying to see who exactly. I wanted to play the main character, at least it's Ducky now, right?
Yes.
Alright, then what other main is up? Is there any other?
Batalaius
Muslim
is really
nations?
interesting if you do some research on him. Same with Isbaila. And then Navarra, Aragon, and Barcelona are all open as well.
Oh, these guys right here are open. The island nations.
Yes.
Huh. Interesting.
Don't take too long though, because
Yep. Alright, I'll just play them. Yeah, I wanted to play a Muslim nation this time instead of Barcelona and all them.
sounds
So.
good.
Because now I can smoke the hashish without getting in trouble.
True. All right, cool.
All right, I'm gonna get him. There you go. Alrighty, thank you.
Yep.
Del Aljarafe vinieron 5024, otros cabos que no cuento, casi llegan otros tantos, de la muy noble Sevilla que por copia se han sacado 30.000 y más, y van juntos hombres, mujeres, muchachos.
Greetings.
Greetings.
I am Amir Al-Muqtadir of Sarakusta.
Yes, I know who you are. I could never forget that face.
I would hope so. Amir Yahya, you have caused quite a few problems with your recent actions.
What actions?
The demand of my son, as well as that of Al-Qaenis, to go and fight the Christians. I now am facing full-blown war of Aragon, given the actions of my son. I assume you've heard the news.
Ah, yes, I did hear that news. Would you like to marshal the strength of the other fellow Muslim kingdoms to assist you?
I would not. My son
Then
is
what-
dead by my own hand. I will attempt to keep the peace with the Christian kings. I come here on another matter. My son, his actions were unacceptable. He now lies dead as a result. I am here to ask you to pay the equivalent price. My second son, my only son still remaining, Mundir, he is in need of a wife. Your actions and my son's actions have led to his death. You must pay the price and give your daughter's hand in marriage to my own son, the one remaining.
You attempt to threaten me?
I do no such
Are you
thing.
smart?
I simply talk with the backing of the only man who neither one of us can ignore, that of Allah himself. Tell me, what would our great Lord think of your actions here? Breaking the peace, causing war and strife in Iberia. He has given us the sacred mission to spread Islam, of course. But you did it for personal reasons and for personal gain. And now, war is on the horizon, ruin for my people, and my son is dead.
For what personal reason do I have to gain from the action that transpired? Please enlighten me.
Your daughter is growing old. Zahida is 32 now. Before long, she'll be unable to bear children. My son is young and vigorous. He has a fire in his heart and a love of Allah. And he will be my heir to Sarakusta. You have a chance to gain an ally and redeem your soul in the light of Allah. I will only come here and only ask once.
out of respect for the sacrifice and trials your other son did in the pursuit of my quest that I gave him, I will offer your other son the hand in marriage, on the condition that you honor your son's grave.
Of course. We had a great funeral for him. It was a somber affair, but he was honored. He was a good boy, but his actions were foolish, and it was the only path forward.
Please then send your son over so we may make this official. I will host the wedding in the capital.
Wonderful. I will call for a retinue, as well as my son. The honor guard of Zaragoza will arrive with him shortly. We shall have a great feast, and perhaps it would be wise to invite the other emirs and walis to this great feast, as we may need many friends soon, given the actions of Sancho. I have not spoken with him since he was a boy, but he is a very powerful and aggressive man now.
King Sancho is very ambitious indeed.
He
Though
is.
he claimed to seek peace within Iberia and a cooling of tension between the Muslim Christian realms.
That is good to hear.
Uh,
I would
no, I
say,
am-
though,
no,
I
I
would
am
caution you
skeptical.
that if he is to take the throne of his brother Garcia, as he has already done of his son Alfonso while I was away on Hajj, if I had been here, I could have done more to stop this from happening, as I did have a relationship with Alfonso as well. If Galicia falls, he'll be strong enough to perhaps even destroy your own kingdom. We must be very wary in the coming days to keep the peace, as he says, but not allow him undue power.
I will take your warning to heart. Thank you.
Of course.
I advise you to decide to strengthen yourself within the region by any means you can.
Already we do.
Yes.
I will seek to pay the Paria to Galicia. I will make a trip there shortly. I would suggest that you also likewise attempt to make good relations with King Garcia. My courtiers report that he is a man easily given to the advice of his courtiers. He is a man who may be easy to do as we like.
Interesting. I shall certainly consider that. Thank you for the information.
My son has arrived here of the honor guard of Zaragoza. Mundir, come here. He is a good lad. This is, your to-be wife, Zahida.
Indeed.
I see she's a fornicator out of roleplay, nice.
I know, right? I didn't do any of that. I give my blessing to this marriage, as I'm sure you do.
Of course. It is sad that it had to be done this way. I have lost a son, but gained a daughter.
Indeed. Quite poetic in a way, is it not?
Perhaps in some way. The poets will tell this story for generations, yet in my heart as a father, I will know nothing but sorrow.
I offer my condolences for your loss.
Of course, let us feast, let us feast.
Indeed. I raise a toast to the newly wedded couple.
Indeed. My son Mundir, although you were never meant to inherit, we both know that you are as capable as you are a lover of our Lord Allah. You have proven yourself time and time on the field, in raids, and show much wisdom. Though I hope you will find more action in your heart in the future, as you, well, that does not need to be said in a marriage. And to Zahida, your beauty is only matched by your very astute mind. I am sure you will have many sons. To all those gathered here today, let the friendship of House Dunonud, I'm saying that wrong, and House Udid last for generations to come.
Hear, hear.
I think I will have a little to drink. Allah is forgiving, is he not?
Indeed. Especially in such a happy occasion. I'm sure he will look past it.
Of course, of course. Alright, I'll head home.
Safe travel to you. brave
You as
Emir.
well, Great Emir. I hope to speak more in the future, and as I said before, look to Galicia. Castile is a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Hmm.
Hey Zach,
Yes.
I got a question. Where can I look up information on my guy? Because I've been looking it up, and all I find is like CK3, like CK2 forums.
There's not a lot of
him.
information. You choose one of the few characters who doesn't have a lot of backstory.
Okay, but so like it's okay, like if I just make my own backstory
Yeah, of
for
course.
him, like
Do
kinda
whatever you
like
want,
he
man.
just wants to make us like a trading.
You can do whatever you want. It's
Empire.
completely up to you.
Okay, awesome. All right, I just wanted to make sure. Thank you.
Era tanta ya su pompa y triunfo demasiado que por ellos no conocen el caballero hidalgo. Estaban ya por España con punto tan remontado que cada cual ya pretende oficios de mucho cargo. Había muchos doctores, de ellos muchos escribanos, procuradores a vueltas y muy peritos letrados. Los tratos y mercancías estaban tan de su mano, porque en solo su poder estaban ya los estancos, y el hombre que era de plaza paseaba tan lozano, con tal ser y gravedad cual si fuera un 24, yendo a la iglesia por fuerza, por minuta los llamando, vestidos de oros y seda, de telas y de brocados, mas no por la devoción, sino para ser mirados. Era ya tanta su pompa y triunfo demasiado que por ellos no conocen el caballero hidalgo.
جاءت من العين للخد زائرة جاءت من العين للخد زائرة
I see this fine sister and I don't call it. The way how he dress and he cover.
Can we keep it paused until we can confirm whether Hastings coming back or not?
Sure.
We've currently got a war ongoing that's very dependent on him actually being present.
Oh, did he get attacked by Sancho?
No, he's in as a defender, but it's like there's a subterfuge agreement between Castile and Galicia that that Galicia would defend Navarra, but they aren't defending Navarra.
Right, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, we'll wait till he comes back.
So if it's the AI, they will just sweep in and.
Cool. Gives me more time to write my fucking morning poem for my son.
Fair, just so we can find out what's going. If not, then I'll jump on Galatia while this war finishes, and then I'll jump back. Send him a DM, see if he's on phone or anything. I presume his internet has just died.
Yeah, he's rejoining.
Yeah, cool. Because I mean,
I think he's trying not to come back. I'm lagging out so much I write people's chat at this point. It's difficult to roleplay with actual conversations with people.
Alright, wait, what I'll do then, I'll switch to Glacier.
We'll see though. Talking with him.
And if that's the case, I'll just sit on Glacier until this war's finished and then switch back. Like I said, I'm playing as a game controller. Like, I've not made any conquests whatsoever.
Yeah, he just wanted to dip. I think he just left. So yeah, we'll need to.
Okay, that's fine. I'll do that then. I'm Glacier now, so you can press play.
Okay.
I'll let them know.
Yeah.
You see
I'll jump out and
a banner.
finish my conversations.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Never mind. There is currently a full-blown war between Sancho, who has invaded Navarre. They are the same family, so he does have a claim upon it, as the Yemena family does control that throne as well. Though it appears that Navarre has Aragon and Galicia on their side against the Castilians. Or they were supposed to have the Galicians. In the roleplay, I guess they're fighting against Castile.
Hello. No, I'm going to jump back over to El Cid after this. It's just so that it doesn't ruin the current story conflict they've got going.
Sounds good.
I know you messaged us. I presume that was for.
I said that to
Gossip.
Hastening, but yeah, it's fine.
I mean, I can go through that Great King as you know.
No, you don't have to roleplay it if you're going back. It's up to you.
I can set it away.
Oh, uh-oh. Game just froze. That's not good.
Nope.
Alright, he's gonna have to redraw if this happens. Where is he at?
I was just talking to one of them.
Hey, Nuno, when you desync like that, you gotta restart your game and then you can hot join back in. This happens with CK3.
Yeah, I'm gonna restart the game.
Yep, sounds good. As soon as you do, just hot join back in and you should be fine. Make sure you exit the desktop, otherwise you might get the same thing again. Just heads up.
Yeah, I already exited.
Cool, sounds good. Just let me know
So
when you're hot joining.
we all click, Matt. We all click continue without these players. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, the other thing was, I think we've got a unanimous decision to boost up to speed 2 for a while, Zach.
Sure. Well, we'll wait till Nuno gets back there real quick.
Yep, no worries.
Yeah.
I was basically giving Dyer a rundown on why I've suddenly switched characters and
Yeah.
on the fact of it's why you don't want to pick something so important to your own roleplay, is in the sense of because it likely will get distracted if some like a circumstance does come up.
That is unfortunately the case.
But you just play along. You just go with everyone else's narrative rather than trying to make your own. Just play with everyone's narratives.
There's always plenty going on.
Exactly that. And there's other games saying you just because you're in game controller for this one game doesn't mean you're controlling them all.
Did you hear from Chevy, by the way?
I've not. Might have had something come up though.
Yeah, I know he's getting back into school, so might be that.
Just what it is. Turnout is a massive anyway, so it's not too hard to deal with.
I mean, we haven't run a CK3 game like this in months, so I mean, I did not expect it to be big. We gotta rebuild it, so. Which is a shame. I mean, CK3 really is the best for roleplay, I think.
Oh, definitely.
We should at some point mess around with some of the quality of life mods. I'd love to see if we could get the community flavor pack to work for multiplayer, because that'd be really nice.
Yeah, the prisoner one was excellent as well, because especially when you're playing with that Viking scenario.
Yeah, that's we've got the 4 scenarios right now, which is the Nile campaign, Iberia, England, and then the Greek one, Ancient Greek mod. And then the other 2 I want to add when those are done is the Byzantine Seljuk game and then the Viking game. So if we get 6 scenarios, we'll be good.
If that Battle for Britain one's stable, then that's ideal.
That would be really cool. Yep. We could do a lot with that. The scenario page for that's already done too. We just gotta write up descriptions.
No, not the Battle for England. I mean the scenario, the mod that's just come out. That
the one that you were talking about earlier.
Yeah,
Yes.
that Britannia struggle, that would work really well because it would do a lot of the balancing of that.
Have you seen England in this game? William won and he got rid of all the Godwinsons and he got rid of the House Weiss as well. Besides Eldegast.
It's the first time I've seen the AI do that since release.
Yeah, this is a pretty wild England, not gonna lie. I've been looking at it a little bit.
It's more or less historic England, is funnily enough.
Yeah, low key. Northumbria though is just absolutely ridiculous.
It works though. Like, look, the Prince Bishop of Durham actually is the Prince Bishop of Durham.
Yeah, pretty funny.
Of House Durham. So he's kept his actual Anglo-Saxon thing, which is what happened historically. That's quite interesting.
Harold of Norway died as well too. So it's an interesting English. I can't find a single Godwinson. It's weird.
No. Can you find them in the search?
I could go to title history and then look. Let me see.
Find character.
Godwins. Yeah, he's still around. They're all unlanded. There is Duke Harold Godwinson of Northumbria. He's still around. which is the husband of the Duchess of Northumbria.
Yeah.
But that's the only one who's landed at this point.
Hmm.
Meteoric rise, meteoric fall. Alright, cool. Get him back in here and keep it going.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not too bad. How long have we been going now? And this is the first downtime we've really had.
Yeah, we're almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
Hour and a half, I'd say, realistically. Not bad. I really do wish they put more effort into stabilizing CK3 multiplayer, because they gotta double down on their multiplayer, especially for games like CK3.
I think of a lot of it just comes with internet connection, upload speed and down, like your upload more than anything, and then everyone else's download to keep up with the hosts.
The desyncing CK3 is pretty exclusive to this game. I think it's a game issue. None of their other games really deal with the level of desyncing that we get in CK3. Not just desyncing, but like permanent desyncing too, which is I haven't seen it in any other games.
Constantly doing.
It's not, but it is worse than I'd say all the other ones.
We say you look at all the numbers that the game spouts out constantly. All it takes is one mismatch, and that's a desync.
That's true. All right, we're good to go.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, as soon as this war finishes, I jump back on El Cid, no matter which way the war goes. It was just a matter of, it was just an agreement between the King of Garcia and...
Yeah, I was told by the incumbent.
Oh yeah, you are Aura of Castile now. Nice. This is a pretty messy inheritance for the Yemena brothers.
They say this was all about Navarra.
Is he annexing it, or what's going on?
He's forcing...
Yeah, he's going for it.
He's forcing the King Ansor to swear fealty. To turn him into a duke, essentially. So what he did to Alfonso, but that was trying to do as a show of strength towards Emir Yahya for hand to his marriage's daughter, like to marry his daughter, and then that never happened.
To be fair, I did kill my firstborn, so, you know, I think I had a better claim to his Zahida.
That's what the funny thing was when I was speaking to the Emir. He says, no, he had everyone challenging for his daughter, and he's like,
Yep.
Yeah, C2, who's role-playing Count Inico Lopez of Viscaria, is doing excellent. Like, every trait's being
He
role-played.
is so fantastic. It's always a pleasure to have him in games.
Everything he says is with a stutter and a lisp, and...
I want to talk to him about this game, about like seeing if he'd be interested in like scenario development or staff or something too, because man, he's so good. It's ridiculous.
And what was hilarious was the whole, he's got paranoid as a trait, and it was like, wait, what if the King of Garcia does come at our backs?
Yeah.
Something happened to Nico Lopez. I wonder what.
Oh.
There we go. That's that war finished. That's me just switching back. Right. Great. I'll go find out what happened now.
Sounds good. Have fun. What? How's your Nuno game going?
Fine. Yeah.
Yes. I see that the Duke to the south of you has gotten completely independent. That's very unusual.
Yeah.
Alright, what are you trying to roleplay out? Or do you have anything you're trying to do with Nuno? Because he was so ambitious.
Yeah, I'm trying to build up a military first.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm grown kind of weak because I lost the land.
Yeah. Yeah, you lost a lot of your territory. He never had a great army. His power always came from, like, his intrigue and, like, you know, scheming and getting people behind him.
Yeah.
Oh, and Navarre's got annexed. Nice.
Oh.
In recent times, after traveling to Mecca, Allah has made it clear that He wishes for these lands to be united under one Muslim emir.
All the lands of Iberia, or just the land?
No.
Greetings.
Just these lands. Just these lands.
This is Mundir, son of Al-Muqtadir.
Ah,
Greetings.
I have written here at the behest of my father, who has grown very out of touch in his elderly days, to ask what we will do regarding Sancho's war and recent actions.
Sancho's war against who?
Sancho has annexed Navarra, a good trading partner to
jeez.
Saracusta. My father is livid, though he takes no action.
We'd be willing to aid you. However, real quickly, Amir, would you mind if we could discuss that loan real quickly before we
yes,
are done?
I will grant you this loan request.
Okay, I
expect
appreciate
to
it.
be paid back.
You will
Wait,
be,
you're-
of course.
Will you be able to be paid back within your lifetime? If not,
My son will be a co-signer of this loan, to ensure that it is paid even after my lifetime.
In that case, I'll grant your request.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, out of RP, I really hate how the AI just do that.
It is a pain in the ass.
You could be outnumbering them fucking 10-1, and they'll just be like, "Yeah, we got mercs, we got mercenaries." What do you
Well,
got,
yeah,
bud?
if it's a matter of survival, I just
Yeah, I know. True. I'd
So
be dumping my fortunes into it as well.
So what would the heir to Saracusta like be suggesting?
I have come to speak with my father-in-law, and I will be honest, Amir Yahya. My father is not himself these days. He is still as great a man as he ever was, but his actions with my brother, they haunt him. He is unable to sleep, he was up at all hours. He is no longer coherent, and I am beginning to do most of the administration of Saracusta. I was sent here by his behest, but I'm going to be honest with you. I think you may be dealing with me more from here on out, unless my father can come to his senses and make peace with Allah. I wish to know what we are going to do about King Sancho. We've had no contact with him since he took the throne. The Paria is no longer paid, and I know that despite our alliance, many within the Aljaferia and Saracusta are concerned regarding his expansion. When there was a great empire to our north under Fernando, we knew where we stood with him, but this King Sancho, I fought with him in my younger days, you know, when the King Sancho of Aragon raided and attacked our great capital. It was I who led the forces of Saracusta with a contingent from King Sancho. I know him to be a brave man, but a very ambitious one. So I come here to ask what you intend to do.
I am consolidating. I'm consolidating the Southern Realm to form a united front to counter his influence. For now, he is only slaughtering fellow Christians, so I'm not, as I'm sure you are, I'm not so concerned with the spilt blood of Christians upon the soil of this peninsula. However, if you just dare to make an incursion on fellow Muslim brothers, then I will be obligated as the most powerful kingdom in this realm to intervene on the behalf of our fellow Muslim brothers.
Of course.
So fear not. Your independence and safety is guaranteed by Andalusia.
Good. I had hoped to not become involved with this situation. There are many important matters in Saracosta that always require my attention, and I prefer to be in my capital and not be going to war.
Marikwa stands with you.
Good. I am glad to hear that. Congratulations, Amir, for your forming of Al-Andalus. Something not seen for a very long time.
Indeed. We must rekindle the embers of the past if we are to burn bright in the future.
Of course.
I believe that King Sancho taking over Navarra and hurting a trading ally.
I will head home then. Keep me aware of the situation as it develops. Great, Amir.
Amir, would you not like to hear what I have to say? I have a proposal. I believe that him taking out Navarra, a training partner of Saracusta, is concerning. It's very much concerning. I believe that all Muslims deserve to be rich in wealth, as Allah grants it, and if them hurting a trading vessel or a trade agreement with the Emir here is a direct violation, attack against us Muslims, and I believe that we should try to take action against it. Would you?
I do not think that action is necessary. Saracosta simply wishes to continue to be the trading kingdom we had always wished to be. I had simply hoped perhaps the great Emir, Yahya, would consider doing something, or if we could take some action to hold him at bay after his conquests. Okay, as I said, there are always many important matters for me to attend to, so I will do my best to...
I have two proposals, if you so wish me to take action.
Of course.
We could do a joint campaign on the petty, we shall say, or hollow kingdom of Aragon. We could use that to cut off his realm of eastward expansion and create a bulwark of his realms. Alternatively, the the Duchy of Saracosta could fall under the wing of Andalusia in vassalage to ensure your protection and freedom from Christian oppressors. Though I understand losing some of your independence is not the most.
Saracusta will retain its independence as it always has. That is out of the question.
So be it. Would you like to perhaps form a joint invasion of Aragon?
I think that is a little bit extreme. I think a public guarantee that if King Sancho was to invade Aragon, we would move in force against him would be warranted, but a war against Aragon it costs much money. It's a very complicated affair, although I would love to take the fight to the heathen. It is very time consuming and very costly, you know.
Are you sure you're not more faithful to the coin rather than Allah?
Only because you are my father-in-law, I will take those words without demanding recourse. For the love of my life, Zahida, I will say nothing to you for this, but I ask that you do not insult my honor, so. I love Allah. I love our God. I would do anything for him. But a war against Aragon would cause more problems than benefits. And Allah tells us to first look to our people, rather than spreading his word, does he not?
Suppose that is a way of interpreting the words of our great Messiah. But you seem to be. I would suggest you at least prepare for conflict, as there clearly is some form of conflict. Right? Although,
the Faris of Saracosta are always ready to ride to battle. You know this well. Our army is great. Our warriors strong.
So, my spy master had just whispered in my ear that the Kingdom of Castile has fallen into a seeming revolt. So maybe our fears of Castile were unfounded, or at least overestimated. As the Christians seem to be slaughtering themselves.
Seems that Infante Alfonso, despite being subjugated, has started a war of King Sancho.
Indeed, he always called him brother treacherous. I now see why he gives him that title.
Does he not have the right as well to claim the throne of his father, like Sancho has done?
Well, considering he's an unfaithful, deceitful, how would you say, member of the opposite faith, he does not seem to be someone we can trust as much as
Of course we cannot trust him. I simply wish to say that it is well within his right to do so.
Of course. Though the price of him failing his revolt against his brother might be very detrimental for him. We will have to see.
I suspect he will see a similar end to my own brother. But
I believe that the rebels might have a good chance against King Sancho, as they have the forces to beat them. They do. I believe
maybe we should stoke the fires a little bit of this rebellion. It's a way of let's just let Christians shed Christian blood rather than dirtying our Muslim hands.
Of course.
What are you proposing?
I believe.
I agree.
I suggest maybe a small token of assistance might be in order.
Word has come to me from my marshal that Alfonso engaged King Sancho in battle and lost a great force.
That is upsetting here.
Well, I believe at the very least, keeping this war continuing as long as possible will be very beneficial for us.
I agree, but Alfonso has almost no men left to fight with.
Are you sure? He still possesses over 1,000 men at his command. Plus the
and his allies are almost 1,000 as well. It is very, very close.
We shall
see. They are very close, neck and neck. I believe. I would also like to point out the fact that we need to be careful and strategic on who we engage battle with. I believe that if we did go to war with King Sancho of Aragon, that King Sancho of Castile would capitalize on it and attack. our borders, specifically out on Dallas, and if anything, most likely Sequashta. I believe trying to take out trying to
Strike
more or
Barcelona,
less-
perhaps?
more or less not Barcelona, but more or less just keep with the status quo for right now, and evaluating the situation would be more beneficial to us as you while you solidify your power in the Iberian Peninsula. I believe focusing on the West and unifying the Muslim nations to your west under you, peacefully, if you can, would be more beneficial in the long run, and would allow for our numbers to be greatly inflated in our favor, as Allah will see to it.
You suggest we temper our swords for now.
I say we temper our swords for now and solidify the borders and get a clean border with them. I believe you gaining the territory of Plasencia to your west, that borders Castile, would be better than having a single border with them, as it's a choke point right there. Having more entries into Castile would be better for you, I believe.
Many
we could
Christian and
capitalize-
Muslim armies have crossed those mountains before. Do not be so bold to assume that is the only path they will come from. Has Amir Yahya not already conquered enough? You have broken the Muslim peace that has lasted for quite some time now with your expansion already.
My expansion with military strength from our
I
realm.
understand, but to suggest that we further move, that you further expand against your fellow Muslim emirs, that is...
I did not suggest that we do it
That-
by war. I suggested diplomatically. I believe maybe having them see that a united emirate might be more beneficial than a divided emirate.
I would like to point
Zaragoza
out
would
I was
completely
not the one-
disagree with the sentiment.
I would like to point out that I was not the one to suggest the conquest land. The kingdom of Mayora suggested I expand, not myself.
And I only mean it in a diplomatic sense. I do not want to see Muslims fighting Muslims.
Out of
Unless
roleplay,
that-
Jarl, you know you're lazy, right?
Yeah, I know.
Dog, lazy trait wouldn't be pushing for war. You'd just be chilling.
No,
back
that's
home.
why he's sitting at home. I don't have him actually.
So who
actually
keeps
doing anything.
advocating for wars and stuff then?
Allah!
Sorry?
Allah!
Dog.
Listen, he went to Mecca.
Well, I am I'm a martially person, but I'm also diligent.
Listen, I do not fight the wars. My son fights the wars. He's not the lazy one.
He's a
If anything, he
sadistic,
enjoys the war.
he's a sadistic cynic. He's
Yeah,
also-
he enjoys it more than anything. It's mainly to feed his lust, while also ensuring that these lands are united under him before my passing. That's why it's taken me so long to actually travel to Mecca, because I've just been putting it off because I'm lazy.
Is it
But I
why?
must be faithful.
In this case, I will return home to Zaragoza. If anything else changes, please send a herald.
Of course.
I shall.
Always blows me away when our ruler's still having kids at like 60 something. Amir Al-Muqtadir does not stop, goddamn.
Yeah.
Both his wife and his second wife are both currently pregnant. Are you gonna try to make a play on King Garcia, or are you gonna try and just gather strength?
For now I'm gonna gather strength because I'm too weak.
Yeah. Yeah, the rise of Duke Shisnand really made you a lot weaker.
Yeah.
Did he plan that out, or did King Garcia also plan that out?
Both of them together.
Ah, okay. Amir Al-Umara.
Yes. Apologies. My father did most of the diplomacy. My youth, I've just taken the throne.
I remember you well from the wedding when I married your sister Zahida. We spoke briefly, if you recall.
Yes, it was a happy time.
Of course.
How can I trouble you?
I have traveled here with your sister, my first wife, to honor your late father, my late father-in-law, as he has gone to Allah. It is a great tragedy to see his passing, and I know that my wife wished to come here, of course, to pay her respects, and I wish to do the same with you, as the greatest Muslim Amir in all of Iberia.
Thank you, though I have a lot to live up to, my great father.
He was a great man, but you yourself, your ability with the sword is well known. I'm sure the Christians already fear such a great man on the throne of Al-Andalus.
Yeah, but the ability to use the sword does not define a good ruler. My father had every quality that made a good ruler. I will do my best to live up to his achievements. So I fear I will not. I feel I will be found lacking.
Of course. But I know you will do your best, and that all that matters to Allah. My father sends his respects, but as you know, he is very unwell. It is a sickness of the soul rather than the body, I'm afraid.
Yes, yeah, my father mentioned you spoke of that before.
When will the funeral be held, or did we miss it?
Unfortunately, you missed it. As I'm sure you understand, if the new Emir is not put in charge rapidly, then
of course
revolts are more likely to.
I completely understand, but I do apologize to my wife that we did not get here in time. News reached us a little too late, it seems.
Well, of course. So, how fast is a horse?
If you would allow it, would you allow me and my wife to go to the grave of your late father and
of course,
and honor him?
I shall walk you there.
Thank you. Your palace here is absolutely beautiful, I must say.
Indeed, I am having it renovated.
Toledo is a beautiful city. Though I mean no offense, the Al Jafariya and Zaragoza is more than its match.
In that case, I must continue to beautify it.
Of course. There's a young architect under my guise. He's currently overseeing the upgrading of the keep of the Al Jafariya. He's a very sharp lad. He fled Granada when it was taken by our friend the Emir of Mayakura. Perhaps when he is done upgrading the city walls of Zaragoza, I could have him sent to you to help you beautify your great palace, though, and that would not be a permanent arrangement, I'm sure you understand.
Yes, if he's as legendary as you say, then I'm sure he will be.
If you are not certain, perhaps you will come take a visit to the Al Jafariya in a year when the renovations are done and see for yourself. It is, frankly, all I hoped for and more. His mind is not like a normal person's. But we will speak of such things later. It is a time of mourning. I do apologize.
No, it's fine. Something to take the mind off the stress of ruling is always appreciated.
Of course.
So, my father spoke of your concern over the Castilians' expansion within the north. How are they performing on the border? Is it all quiet, or have there been
Have there been no across-the-border raids? Although we pay no paria, they have not attempted to cross the border. I am of the mind that as long as the peace is held and trade flows through Zaragoza, as it has for my family's tenure as wardens of the great Al Jafariya in the city of Zaragoza, there is no issue. But if that changes, we're looking at a very different situation. I have reports that Infante Anso is still in the prisons of Sancho. He is a very harsh ruler, that king.
Indeed. I'm surprised he's not done away with his brother, though I am appreciative of it. There are too many rulers that are cruel in this world. More compassion is required to run an effective government, as while you can rule through fear, if you lose the ability to enforce that fear, then the people revolt. It's much better to make them love you as a ruler, rather than having to resort. It's better to use the carrot rather than the stick, as I'm sure you'll agree.
Of course. I'm fully agreed with you. I am not a man who takes unneeded action. I have a great love for Allah, and I will always fight for him if needed, but foremost always comes to me ensuring that the people of Zaragoza are well taken care of and that the wealth flows from our coffers back into the city and our people.
Ah, I wish you great great luck in your endeavors of trade and construction. I'm sure I will be able to marvel at your work when I hopefully visit in the next few
Of course.
years.
I will take my leave shortly with my wife, but before I go, I do hope that you will take a trip to Zaragoza yourself. I would love to show you the palace, and perhaps you will meet the young architect who has helped to design its recent renovations, as well as a chance for you to see your dear sister yet again.
I'm sure I will be most appreciative of that opportunity.
Wonderful. Gredemil Al-Umara, it was a pleasure speaking with you. I will mourn your
And to you
father.
too.
Hello.
Greetings. I am Amir Mundir III, son of Al Muqtadir. After my father's recent passing, I now find myself at the realms of Zarakusta, a much larger one than existed in the past. I have made a travel here with my two half-brothers, Sheikh al-Mustain and Sheikh Aram, who I have under my tutelage, as well as my life, Amira Zahida. I have come to speak with you, great Amir, regarding the possibility of a marriage. Your daughter, Isra bint Rawas, is in need of a husband. I, at this time, only have one wife myself and am in need of another. And in addition, if that is not something that you wish to do, my son, Hussam, he is still but a boy, but he is growing up quickly and will be in need of a wife before long.
Amir, I would be honored if you would take my daughter to be your third wife.
I am very glad to hear you
Started
say
a
that.
great alliance between our houses.
I always remember the day when you came to our court here in Al Jafaria, and after the actions of my brother, chose to no longer seek the hand of marriage of my current wife, Zahida. You did so much honor for my family, and I always have remembered your actions. Although we have not spoken much, I do view you as a great man. I do wish to bind our families together if you would have it.
Your words flatter. Flattery works on me. And I respect you equally.
I am glad to hear that. I do have a request, though, before we undertake this marriage and bind our houses together. I hear you are a great architect, a man who has an eye for beauty and for great buildings, do you not? I can see it in your capital.
I do. I have personally designed several of our new buildings.
Impressive. In my lifetime, I wish to upgrade the walls of the Al Jafaria. Have you heard of it, or ever seen it in your lifetime? I believe you saw it when you traveled to Zarakusta, did you not?
Yes. I was lucky enough to get a glimpse of it on the distance, and it was beautiful. I would be honored to visit it one day.
I would request, if you would have it, that the marriage between your daughter and myself be done in our capital, in Zarakusta. And while you are there, I would request that you humbly perhaps work with a young architect we have from Granada here to design the walls of Zarakusta, which we wish to rebuild. I would be honored, as my to-be father-in-law, that you assist in these designs, if you have an interest in it, of course.
This would bring me more delight than you could know. This would be such a fun task for me to uptake. I find challenges fun, and this is quite the challenge.
Wonderful. I'm glad to hear that. As a fantastic architect and a religious man, I know you have made the trip to Mecca, something I hope to do in my own life as well. Perhaps then in a month's time we meet in Zarakusta, and you bring your daughter, and we have a great marriage celebration, and we discuss the designs of these walls together.
Very well. I shall see you in June.
I will see you there.
Greetings.
Hello.
The sun shines on this wonderful day.
It does indeed. A great day for a marriage. Let me go ahead and begin a great feast here. Sir, I think there's a way to invite people to a feast, isn't there?
There is.
I think they might have to be your vassals.
Ah, god damn it.
I'm not sure on that actually.
Wait, let's take a look. Regardless, there's a great feast going. It is an honor to have you here in Zaragoza. Yes, it is your vassals. Yeah. Okay. Let me formally make the offer of marriage for the hand of your daughter.
Absolutely.
It will be good to take a second wife. I intend to take the great Hajj to Mecca as soon as the marriage celebration is over, and I of course have consummated it. As it is a duty of all good Muslims to go to the Holy Land. You know my family, they are originally from Yemen. Do you know of that place?
I have heard of it, but never been.
When the great armies of Tariq crossed long ago, and we conquered this land for our faith and our people. My family, they fought in the vanguard. We are from to the south of the Holy Land. You have been to Mecca yourself. It is the land that lies there to the south, of a similar sort. I have never been to that land myself, though.
Is it your dream to see your homeland?
I think if I was to take the Hajj to Mecca, I will certainly like to go there and see Amir Ahmed. He knows of my family. It would be good to see him. But I will not bore you with my plans for the Hajj. Let us enjoy this feast together. Do you wish to drink? I am a very religious man, and although Allah is a forgiving man, I would not, on my marriage day, seek to anger him. But if you wish to drink, you are welcome to. Wonderful,
I
wonderful.
want this marriage to set off on the right foot.
Your daughter, she is very beautiful. She'll make a great wife for me. I have heard she's an ambitious woman. I could definitely use more of that. My first wife always is telling me that I am too good to people and perhaps need to take more action.
She is ambitious, yes, but her skills are lacking. She will need to study and acquire new skills to put that ambition to work.
Of course, what is ambition without execution? Well, my current wife and my to-be wife get acquainted, and the feast goes on. Allow me to introduce you to my court architect. He is the man who is currently designing the renovations of the Al Jafariya, which you now find yourself in, a beautiful building made even more beautiful by his actions.
It is good to meet you.
Let us retire to my chambers, where we have drawn up the plans for the city walls. I would love to hear your perspective on this, Amir Rawis.
Absolutely, let's.
We had considered Amir Yahya.
Indeed, I have managed to travel from the great city of Toledo to your great city of Zaragoza, at the request of your letter I received.
Yes, you did come during a most auspicious day. I am currently celebrating the marriage ceremony to my second wife, the daughter of your vassal Amir Rawis, a good man. I have always remembered what he did that day after the death of my brother.
Let me allow to celebrate the occasion by presenting you with a gift.
You are too kind, great Amir. You are far too kind.
Too kind.
We were just about to retire to my chambers to look over the designs for the Zaragoza city walls. I know you're a very learned man. Would you like to come with us and give your thoughts?
Yes, I would. I thank you for your invitation. I would definitely like to see the new architectural designs.
You're led into like a very large kind of study room. There's like a big table in the middle with a bunch of scrolls on it and designs, and you can tell it's a lot of people have been working on it. It's a huge affair to upgrade the city walls.
Right.
If you would like to look them over, Amir Rawis, I'm sure you would understand them. Amir Yahya, the walls of Zaragoza, when my family found them, they were in great disrepair. We've been doing what we can to upgrade them, as a city as valuable as Zaragoza must be well protected. I'm sure you understand.
Of course. Especially with the threat of the Christians so close to your border.
Precisely.
Which is a powerful Christian kingdom. We must do all we can to shore up our defenses in trying time.
The aggression of King Sancho and Duke Ramon are very dangerous, so we must do what we can to prepare.
Indeed. I fear war between the north and the south is inevitable especially now that he had no more rivals to fight.
Indeed. A dangerous situation, to be sure. My architect, he has designed the walls off of a similar thing he has seen in his travels in the Christian lands. The great fortress in Zamora. Its walls are 20 feet thick and rise as high as a man can look. We seek to simulate a similar design, though I think the terrain here is a little bit harder for it. Amir Rawis, what are your thoughts as a great architect?
I've not heard of this fortress you speak of.
It is the great fortress of Zamora. You have not heard of it?
I'm not familiar, but you say it's Christian, yes?
Yes, it is.
Then I must look upon these plans and seek to improve them. For Christians should not have the greatest fortress in the land. It should be Muslims in Iberia.
I look upon these plans, awed by their beauty and intricacies. But I suddenly clutch my heart. I start gagging and choking, and I collapse of a heart attack and die.
My Amir, oh my.
Oh, good. Is he? Oh, my God, by Allah, he's fallen to the ground. Guards, get this man some air. Someone get water. Someone get water for this. Oh, I think he has no heartbeat.
He can't be. So
This cannot be. On the day of my marriage, this is. Did his son travel here with him?
We should send for him.
Did he out of roleplay? Did he make the trip as well, or is he back in your capital?
We'll stay at the cap. We'll stay back at my capital. So it's just me.
Damn, he did not travel here with his son. We must find word. Guards, send a rider to the capital of Al Andalus. Break any horse necessary and give word to his son that the great Amir is dead. We must have his body prepared. Amir Rawis, would you like to handle this as a trusted vassal of the great Amir?
Yes, I must ride off to the capital.
Very well. I will finish the marriage ceremony here and delay my Hajj to settle this situation. A great tragedy.
And if you'd be willing, send a copy of documents for the improved walls to my capital, and in the meantime,
Of course.
I'll send you back with improved plans.
I will hold up the continuation of the building of the walls from my architect until you've had a chance to look them over. A man of your esteem, I would like your thoughts before we proceed. But we will settle that another day when our hearts are not mourning from the loss of the great Amir and still filled with the celebration from this marriage. We will speak soon, Amir Rawis.
Until then.
Oh?
Seems your father has died.
What? My father was in good health. How could he die?
The Emir standing next to me is witness that he dropped to his knees of an apparent heart failure. He was clutching at his
Ulamara, I am sorry to say I must confirm this. We were looking over the design for the walls of Zaragoza during the marriage celebration, and your father collapsed. We have brought his body. There are witnesses from the situation. It is a tragedy. I do not know what to say.
I don't know what to say. I thought the letter you sent my father, how you had a disagreement with him, and you summoned him towards your city, and now he lies dead.
A
How can
disagreement?
you answer for this?
How do you mean a disagreement?
Your father, you sent my father a message stating that you believed he was no longer willing to honor an agreement that he was always honoring.
I invited him there in good faith, under the light of Allah, during the marriage celebration to my second wife. You think I would harm your father on a holy day of marriage under the auspicious oversight of our God? I do not know what to say to this.
I know what to say. If you murdered my father,
If I would ever even dream of doing something like that, may Allah strike me down for such heresy.
well, I want an investigation. I want to make certain that my father died of natural circumstances. And
Pioneer, please trust your vassal. I was there.
how do I know you're not involved?
I give my word. My loyalty for generations.
I must think over this. Please, excuse me.
I will stay in the city and speak with you when you are able to. Take all the time you wish. I will take up residence in my first wife's old house here. My heart goes out to you. I had planned on taking a Hajj. Oh, he left. Okay. Nice.
Yeah. Where did he go?
He walked off.
Was he? Oh, he has a list.
He
Okay, I
died.
was gonna
He
say,
died at my marriage celebration, Jarl. Well, when we were looking over like architect designs, he collapsed. And died. Oh man, that was fun. Like,
Ooh. Dude, my guy just doesn't want to die.
He's old.
Fuck yeah, he's old. Fuck, I think my son's gonna die before. Dude, I've never seen that before, by the way. My wife just died, and like my guy was happy about it. He's like, ah, fuck her. He's like, oh, I'm free at last.
I appointed
myself celibate.
a leader of Yemeni culture in the province of Africa, and the guy I got is a sadistic, stubborn, ambitious albino patriarch with 20 Diplo, 12 martial, 15 intrigue, and 10
fuck?
learning. This dude is like so interesting.
I have a freaking albino villain. He's a content villain. He's honest, content, and callous. But he's really good at really good at stewardship. Wait, let me look. Is he like a vassal of yours or anything like that?
All right, I'm gonna head back to my own VC. When he gets back around, I'll talk with him as well.
oh, your character has lisping. Okay, that makes sense now. I was like, wait, wait, what is this guy
Greetings.
saying? I'm like, I can't understand him. Like, does he have a real lisp in real life? I'm like, I don't want to offend him or
Greetings,
anything.
Amir.
And then I saw your character. I'm like, oh, he's role playing. Okay, all right, cool. Oh man.
Yes, yes, I have a this. What is it? Are you mocking me?
No, I'm not mocking you. I'm not mocking you at all. It's just a little hard to understand you, Amir.
Yes, my father said the same. But
Well, hopefully,
he loves me. I loved him.
I bet he did love you.
Yes.
I believe every father loves their child.
The potential murderer. My father is here. You come to confess your crimes.
I have waited in this city now for, I believe, around a month. I have waited to take the Hajj to Mecca in order to make you understand this situation. You know my reputation. You know I am a man of Allah. Would a man of Allah take such horrible, egregious crimes that would condemn his soul?
I've heard you always be cynical of Allah. and
Me?
blessing.
A cynic? My father was well known for this, but I am not. I would watch your words, great Amir. You may be strong, but my love of Allah is greater than anything else. You know that one of your father's guards was there in that room as well. Have you spoken with him?
Yeah, like the vassal, he claims that he died of a heart attack due to stress. But what could have made him so stressed? What could have made him?
Maybe
Such
it
a-
was maybe Allah had other plans for your father. and brought him up to heaven.
ruling a great kingdom like Al Andalus comes with great stress. You will find that very soon, great Amir. It is not an easy life to rule over so many and have the fates of so many. What can I do to make you understand? What can I do? I played no part in this. He was my brother-in-law. He was the brother of my wife, Zahida, a woman I love with all my heart.
You go on a great pilgrimage to holy Mecca, and there you will pray to Allah. If you tell the truth, then Allah will bless you, as you will return safe.
When I go to Mecca on Hajj, I will speak my truth before the rock itself. And by doing so, if I lie, and if I am in bad faith, the wrath of Allah will destroy my house, myself, and my family. You know this well.
Yes, I expect you to have your pilgrimage within the next 5 years.
I will undertake it right now. I will leave this very hour, if you wish.
Yes, prove yourself truthful and honest in
Very
your
well.
words.
I will return in a year's time, or perhaps longer. The Hajj is a long undertaking. We will speak then, great Amir.
Yes.
Amir of Sequestra. I've come
you
with
in-
some
are you in
disturbing
Mecca?
reports. Oh shit! I forgot you're in Mecca. Whoopsies.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. All right, I'll
You
wait
could
till
you
get
could
back.
talk to
Something else-
Zahida, his wife, if you'd like. She'll be there.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll speak to her.
Hello,
Amira.
My
Hello.
my husband has taken the Hajj at the request of the Amir, and for his love of
course.
Allah,
Do you know when he might return?
I do not. The pilgrimage to Mecca, it can take very long periods of time. Many have been gone for years. I know he wished to
course.
return home as soon as he can, but we shall see. In his
It's
absence,
definitely wants you
I
to return as well.
I oversee things.
Okay. Well, I've come with some disturbing reports from what my my doves tell me, that the kingdom of Aragon is now sadly falling to the kingdom of Castile, and I believe that there's going to be further tensions between our people. I believe a great war will be coming soon. As you know, your husband's duchy sits on the border with Castile, and is right next to Aragon as well. And I believe that if they continue this hostile aggression, it's going to be not only against the Christian faith, his fellow Christians, but against us Muslims as well.
My husband, he is a man of no action. I love him dearly, but if I'm honest, he's a lazy man. I have been, alongside my fellow wife, Amira Isra, we have demanded he take action against the Aragonese, despite the actions of his brother. I know that he feels that his brother dying for raiding those lands make it such that he should not take action, but given Sancho's choice to expand recklessly, I am in full agreement. When my husband returns, I will do everything I can to convince him that this is the right course of action.
Of course. And even if he doesn't want to, do you believe that his laziness might impede on him defending his own lands?
He will be returning from the Hajj. I am sure the fire of Allah in his heart will be enough to convince him to take such action.
Of course. Alrighty, I cannot wait for his return to speak to him. Thank you, Amira.
Thank you.
Now,
Amir!
because of such,
Yes. I believe we're here to discuss the situation in Castile.
I have returned from my Hajj and fulfilled my oath in the light of the Holy Land. Let you know that I stand true. I have sworn an oath to Allah that if it was me, he should strike down myself, my children, and my family. But I know my innocence, and I know that he will not do so, for he is a just, a good God.
Yes. We shall see how your health and your family's health will fall in the next few years.
We shall indeed.
I trust for your sake that you are truthful in your convictions.
Amir, do you question Allah? If he was in the wrong, Allah would have struck
I
him
will
down
not
right
answer
there and
to
then.
you anymore, Amir. I will answer to Allah himself.
Respectable.
Regardless, Amir al-Mushtari was discussing the situation in Aragon. You may not be aware as you just returned.
I received a letter from my wife, Zahida, who made me aware of the situation with Sancho. For quite some time, I have delayed any action against the Aragonese, but I feel as now it is time. When I was in the Holy Lands, I saw the history in a vision of the great caliphs who conquered for all of that region underneath the banner of our God. And I feel as though I can no longer let my inaction stand. For our religion, for our people, and for Zaragoza, I will prepare a war for the Aragonese, and perhaps even the Barcelonans. Would I have your backing, Amir?
In the name of Allah, you have my sword.
Good.
And my axe.
Then we will ride as soon as I return home. I have taken great debts to take my Hajj earlier than I had planned, and as such, I cannot take a war until I have I have money back in the coffers of Zaragoza, unfortunately.
Amir, let us show our good faith and support of you. And here, take this small gift to help pay for the debts.
You're very kind. With
I'm
that,
doing your duties
I
to
am
Allah.
able to declare war on Sancho as soon as one would like. Are you behind me?
Yes.
Good.
Of course, we're behind Allah. I believe we should get your vassal. We should call your vassal here as well, Mr. Amir, so that we can discuss preparations against the Castilian heathens.
That would be a good idea. But before we do that, I believe you owe my father a great deal of money, Mr. Mayura.
We sent a wagon of gold. Did you not receive it?
No, we did not receive any such gold.
Alrighty, we'll send a new wagon. We'll make sure a new wagon full of your payment is there.
Thank you. I will summon my vassal and tell him to rally his forces in a crusade against the Christians. I will inform you when we are ready to assist you in this innovation.
Wonderful. We await your message.
I bid you adieu.
Oh, welcome.
On time. Well, we are rallying our forces now, and we shall link up in Zaragoza.
My army awaits in the mountains to the north. The Barcelonians have also entered the war and will fight against us, it seems. We must rally our armies together and get a decisive action with them.
I have lots of mercenaries to help in this conflict.
My trusted marshal, Wadi Umaid al-Qadda, is a very skilled military commander. He will not fail us. He is excellent at attritional siege warfare and fighting on the rough terrain that encompasses much of this peninsula.
I mean no offense, but I intend to lead our armies myself. I have studied under my father and in foreign conflicts, and as a man who would take the fight to the heathens every day I can, I find myself very able and fitting to lead our men in this great conflict.
Then I shall trust you to lead the charge then.
Good.
Oh.
Oh, fuck. You're gonna get it.
I march into battle bravely.
You did indeed.
Awaiting the
My
activity.
forces will arrive shortly to assist you.
The AI doesn't want to come.
No, they don't.
The iceberging out right now. I say, apologies for the really stupid voice, but yeah, it's
No, it's good roleplay, man.
I will seek to
I think
flank
it's
around
a
the
bit-
river.
I say we take the fight to Huesca. Are you with me?
Yes, for Allah.
For Allah!
Orla. I'm embarrassed to be the last of the party.
There's still
Tardiness.
plenty of Christians for you to kill, my vassal.
The day is not won yet.
But victory is on the horizon.
They're routing. The men flee. The heathens have no fire in their heart.
This day will be celebrated.
A great victory. The Battle of Huesca will stand as a testament to our convictions and the power of our God.
Yes, and to the righteousness of our faith.
My Emir, where should I send my troops now?
We shall help siege the Barcelonians to keep them out of the war.
I'll make
Apologies, I have been taken ill during the campaign. I shall leave my marshal to take over for me.
Stay in good health, my friends. Allah will surely give you respite.
Caught the enemy in battle.
Excellent. My marshal is on his way.
I have heard word of your victory. A great affair.
Yes. We shall occupy the city of Barcelona.
The war is won!
Wonderful.
Huzzah!
A great victory. May the fires of Allah consume the heathen. Now there only lies Duke Ramon at our border.
Yes. So he is growing old.
He is. When his son inherits, I will prepare another campaign. There will be some time. We must recover.
Yes. I must shore up my forces in the south so that I will not be backstabbed by opportunists when the time comes to engage against the Christian strongholds in the north.
Of course.
Move.
Ah, I see the ruler of Maya has joined us in our war tent. How may we be of assistance to you?
Sorry that I'm late. I sadly was mourning the death of my son.
My condolences.
He has I've outlived my firstborn son, sadly.
No
and
father
now
should
I'm
ever do
taking
such
on-
a thing. I am so sorry, Amir Ali.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm right now taking care of my grandson to make sure that he's ready for the throne, as I do believe my time will be coming soon, as I've reached the age of 80.
You will be with our
Yeah.
God soon, my friend.
However, how is the war? Are you guys preparing for war?
We have won it already. The War of Aragon has been successful. We destroyed
Oh.
their army in Huesca as my brother did in our youth. And we took the fight to the Barcelonians. Duke Ramon could not stand against the power of those who carry the banner of Allah.
Of course. Allah guides the worthy.
Always.
What about the developing news in Castile? Are you guys marching on them at one day?
We must keep the peace with them. A war between Castile and the Muslim world would destroy everything.
Of course.
I think it is a war we can win.
I think that we should not enter into such a thing until we are stronger. Never underestimate the Christians. They are a godless sort, willing to do anything to take and seize power.
They are sneaky indeed.
Yes.
Mymir, what do you think?
Yes, the Christians are a sneaky sort. Indeed, with little faith at the heart. But that is why we must triumph over them and enlighten their people to the true way of Allah and Islam.
You will forgive me, but I will ride home to Saracusta. There are many matters to tend to, and my two wives, they've been without me for quite some time.
Of course.
Of course.
It is good
Come
as
here, would you
we will
mind if
speak
I
soon.
ride with you to your home?
You're welcome to do so.
With you on some private matters.
Of course. As long as you are willing to ride quickly. As I said, I have not been home since the Hajj, and again, two beautiful wives at home. Let us ride quickly.
Course. Hello, Amir. So,
Hello.
I have had disturbing news from my spy master.
You have?
Bring this to your attention instead of bringing it to in front of the world, as I respect you as an individual.
Of course.
I've received evidence from my spy master. I don't know how she acquired it. However, it's about your wife.
Which one?
Zaida?
Zaida, of course, my first wife. What of her?
She has a child's. Her child's heritage is in dispute, and so is her heritage as well.
If I am being honest, I know the rumors. I am not tone deaf to them. Her first two children were out of wedlock, but they were not with me. If that is what you speak.
Of course, that is how we do speak of it. I do not want to bring this to anyone's attention other than yours, as I do respect you, and I am a trusting man.
I have nothing against the actions she has taken in the past. She has dishonored herself, but she still makes a good wife. She's borne me 3 children.
Has Allah forgiven her?
That is for her and Allah to come to terms with.
Well, I hope Allah does forgive her, and I wanted to bring this to your attention.
I am glad you have done so, but I am already aware of the situation. But it is not my place.
I'll make sure that doesn't. I'll make sure it doesn't get past my spy master and I.
Of course. I do believe that many of the courts of Iberia already are aware of her actions, but this was a marriage put together by her father and my father, and I cannot break the vows of marriage, of course.
Of course. We respect that.
Of course, which is
Anyways,
why...
Amir, I wanted to speak with you, and I must ride back now to my own
Thank you.
city.
I will remember these words. Ride safely home, my friend.
You too.
De
Great Emir,
Yes.
you have undertaken a war against my son's betrothed wife's father.
She insulted by this. I will not tolerate any such insults against me. He must pay for his transgressions.
You understand I am honored by my son's marriage to honor his call to war against you.
That may be true, but who do you value more?
Fuck it, timed out. I'm at war with you. Alright, am I? No, I'm not. Fuck.
No, you're not.
God damn it. Well, shit. That got decided for me. I'll just say in the roleplay that I stayed neutral and I stayed out of it.
If you, if it's a big problem, you could laugh that you pay me off, so I forgive him. As a sign of whatever.
Sure, I don't have the wealth for that. I'm not very wealthy though.
Oh, you had wealth that? Okay.
No.
He did insult me.
I could give you an artifact. I have a rock from a holy site in Cordoba. You know, the place that you own, that place.
That might be a thing. Yeah, we could do that. If you really want this war to be, if you want me to end this war, the White Pete stuff.
No, you can do whatever you want, man. That's up to you. Also, I think we are about to end too. Let me go grab Chris.
I call like lung cancer. I thought I had a lot. You constantly coughing with.
Oh, I was wondering about that. Fuck.
Yeah, luckily I killed myself.
Chris, real quick, we were gonna go 4 hours today only, right?
Yes.
All right. Do we want to call it here, or are there things to wrap up?
No, we can. I think we're more or less at a level. Are
Cool.
we continuing next week?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yep, great, because it's been really good in
Yep.
Christendom.
Yeah, the Muslim roleplay's been pretty wild, but really fun.
You haven't heard of King Al-Andalus. You haven't.
Al-Andalus formed, but now everything's kind of falling apart in terms of unity after the War of Aragon because the Emir of Ismaila insulted the lisp of the Emir of Al-Umara, so it's about the Muslim civil war. But yeah,
I don't know if you want to pause it then. I'll let them know what's happening.
I'll grab the save. So
yeah.
Oh God. I'm gonna have to change my personality like completely 180 on my personality when I die because people like the meme. I'm like a cravenous. I'm a zealous craven.
Fuck. Yeah, you're gonna be an interesting leader considering the state of the Christian world. So
I know, right?
Are we done?
Yeah, we're calling it. It's 4 hours now. Yeah, we're continuing
Dude,
next
I can't
week.
believe my ruler has yet to die.
He is
I
old
can't
as
wait
shit,
till I
man.
get the, I can't wait till I get
I
the
know.
stupid trait or inbred trait. It'll be great.
Oh my god, you're just gonna make like a fucking like a Lannister version
Yeah,
of the Muslim world. Great.
that'd be
Oh
great.
boy, it's gonna be
That'd be
fucking
great.
fun.
I'll just be
Have